Well, here's something you're probably already feeling in your pocketbook. U.S. inflation is at its highest rate in 40 years.
Yeah, skyrocketing prices continue to drain bank accounts, fuel, food, travel. All those costs have gone up dramatically. According to economists at Moody's Analytics weekly market outlook, costs are up almost $300 per month for the average family. And all of that means lots of Americans are rethinking their budget strategies.
For sure. Joining us now is CNET Money Editor-at-Large, Farnoosh Torabi, with spending strategies that may help offset some of that toll on your wallet.
All right, Farnoosh. So CNET is known for technology in everyday life. So we got to start with apps. What do you recommend people download or get on to help them offset some of their rising costs elsewhere in their life?
Well, first, thanks for having me. And you're absolutely right. We are obsessed with technology at CNET. And when it comes to our financial decisions, there are many apps that can help to make them easier and in some cases help us save. And so when you think about where inflation is really hitting hard, it's food and gas, right? And those are two big areas in everyone's budget. So with regards to saving on food, I recommend Ibotta and Flip. These are two free apps that you can download where you can store your grocery reward programs in these apps. But more importantly, these apps will also tell you what's on sale, what are the coupons. You know, the days of cutting coupons are long gone, and these apps have really replaced that behavior. And so it makes going to the grocery store an opportunity to save without even really knowing what they are until you get there. You flash the apps and they automatically give you those savings. So Ibotta and Flip. Then with gas, gas prices, I don't have to tell you how high they're getting, but the key here is to plan a little bit before you head into the car. Just check an app like Gas Buddy or Gas Guru, even your Google Map or Waze, whatever direction GPS app you use. If you type in gas, they'll often tell you where you can get the cheapest gas based on where you are location-wise. And Gas Buddy and Gas Guru will do that as well. So a little bit of, seconds worth of pre-planning can go a long way in saving at the pump.
Spring is upon us, Farnoosh. 2 years of COVID, people were not traveling. Now they are anxious to travel. If you're going to travel, is there a way to do so saving some money?
Well, our friends at the Point Sky, we're partners with CNET, they recommend not waiting. So the truth is, if you're planning a trip right now, it may seem like it's more expensive than it was this time last year because of inflation, because of the increase in gas prices and fuel costs. But the reality is that waiting is not going to earn you any points. That if you're looking to travel this summer or even in the fall of 2022, that you plan ahead of time. The one area in travel that I think might incentivize those who do want to maybe play a little bit of last minuteness is hotel bookings. So there are apps, for example, like Hotel Tonight, that can score you last minute hotel deals. But again, this is for the more flexible traveler. If you're planning a flight, I wouldn't wait on that. And the other thing too, as you mentioned, we didn't do a lot of traveling in the last 2 years. So if you have racked up miles or points on your credit card, now is the time to strike. Because here's the thing with inflation, our points and our miles are also going to be worth less in a world where inflation is rising. So you're not benefiting by waiting to use those miles or points. So strike now while they're hot.
I tell you, I just came back from a week of vacation and the airports, everything is crowded. People are out there traveling, spending the money it takes to travel. They just really want to be on the road right now. I can't imagine how frustrating it is for so many people with inflation at this 40-year high. Can you give us some insight, Farnoosh, on how we got to this point and how concerned you might be about hyperinflation?
Well, what's really fueling this inflation, it comes down to the basic economics of too much supply and too much demand and not enough supply. For the last 2 years, we have been saving. A lot of us who are fortunate to have jobs, we're saving our money. And so we're ready to spend. But because of supply chain disruptions that COVID created, because of labor shortages that COVID created, we're now in a circumstance where consumers are ready to spend and not enough supply. You look at the housing market as an example of this. There's just not enough supply in the market to support the demand. And even if you're looking to buy furniture, right, there's just a lot of people looking to buy and the disruption due to what's happening at the manufacturing plants has created an inverse relationship there. So prices go up. I would also cite global warming and climate change for why we're seeing inflation. So there's COVID that we can cite, COVID-related disruptions, but also you have to remember that over the last 2 years, we have seen unusual climate patterns where droughts and flooding and other sorts of climate-related shocks wiped out farms, wiped out crops, and that's, I think, partly why we're seeing a rise in prices at the grocery store, at the coffee shops. And so I think it's a combination of the last 2 years, the COVID devastation that has led to supply shortages in the marketplace, as well as climate change. As far as where I see it going, you referenced Moody's, and those economists who also estimated that this inflation burden is $300 extra a month for average households. They're also a little bit optimistic in that they're saying that what's really driving this is the pandemic, the supply shortages that we have seen, the labor shortages. Once we have more people vaccinated, once we have more of a stability, a life sort of back to normalness post-COVID, I'm knocking on wood right now as I'm saying this, that we should see some of this inflation pressure temper.
Absolutely.
But until then, I think 2020 is going to be a really difficult year for households.
We're knocking on plexiglass over here. Farnoosh Torabi, thank you so much for joining us. We really appreciate your insight.
My pleasure.